What is up, ladies and gent? It's your guy, the 10X Closer, and thank you for joining once again the Garage Billionaire channel on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can get these type of videos when I drop them. And then please hit the likes, because I want YouTube to show the videos to y'all so y'all could get all the good game and all of that. So anyway, today we are talking about how you can get a $25,000 personal line of credit with PenFed. Today we're talking about the Navy Federal Killa. And the reason I actually say it's the Navy Federal Killa, now Navy Federal is good, trust me. Everybody talks about Navy Federal, but you barely hear about other things, or I should say other companies, because Navy Federal is the king when it comes to, you know, their products or whatever. But we have competitors that are competing, like I said, like PenFed. But anyway, today we are talking about PenFed personal line of credit. Now, if you don't know what a credit line is, the difference between, let's say, a credit line or a personal loan or a credit card, let's say with a personal loan, once you get a personal loan, that payment becomes due immediately, literally. So next month, look forward to making a payment on that money, whether you use it or not. The difference is between a loan and a line of credit is that if you get, let's say, that $25,000 line of credit, you only pay what you use. So ultimately, it's like a credit card, but the difference is with a personal line of credit, you can actually have that money withdrawn in different ways. Like you can write checks, you can have that money transferred into different accounts, as opposed to credit cards where you don't have those options in most cases, unless you have things like convenience checks or whatever the case may be. And then when you're using different methods of withdrawing that money off of your typical credit card, you're going to incur a higher percentage on the what's called a cash advance. So if you're liquidating your credit card with a cash advance, let's say your credit card interest rates are 17%. That cash advance could be 24%, whatever that number may be. So therefore, you know, there's a big difference between the loans, credit cards, and line of credit. So with a line of credit, whatever your interest rates is, you can utilize that money at that particular interest rate. So now on the flip side, why PenFed is a top competitor in the game right now, remember what I just told you about the credit cards in terms of liquidating them. With PenFed, with their credit card, you can actually liquidate it because the cash advance and the typical APR of that credit card is the same. So you could literally liquidate that that credit limit at an ATM without incurring extra charges. It'll be just like using your credit card as normal. So that's a big play. A lot of people ain't, you know, giving you that game. A lot of this stuff people are talking about, or not talking about, I should say. They're really selling that information to you via courses and special groups and masterminds and things like that. But messing with me, you're going to get a lot of good information for free. Now, I'm putting together a mastermind, and that'll probably be free. But I'm also going to have courses and a lot of stuff because, you know, the game is to be sold, not told. But I'm going to give a lot of it to you guys for free. But anyway, I'm doing a lot of rambling. Let's go and talk about this $25,000 personal line of credit with PenFed. Okay, so a few key points. With this particular credit line, you can actually get this credit line whether you have good, bad, or okay credit. So I've heard that people with as low as 620, which nowadays is, I mean, you could call that bad credit. They're getting this credit limit, or I should say credit line, with as low as 620. Now, typically being offered a credit line, that's only reserved for people with the high credit scores. But with Navy, not Navy Federal, with PenFed, you can get, your credit doesn't have to be on point. I would assume as long as your credit profile is on point, then, and when I say on point, meaning you have a full credit profile. You have other things like, let's say a car loan or mortgage or other credit cards that you are paying on time and there isn't anything crazy on your credit. That is also taken into consideration. Now, a couple of other data points. With the credit line, PenFed is actually going to use, I believe they're going to use Experian. They're actually going to pull from Experian to qualify you for this credit line. That's one data point. Another point would be it is stated income. Now, if you don't know what is a stated income, is basically whatever you tell them you make, that's what you make. They don't ask for any doc. So typically, or I should say, basically, this is a no doc loan. So you tell them I make $100,000 a year. You don't want to go too crazy, because if you go too high, I would say I've heard 120. If you go more than that, they may require documentation. And that's for certain banks. I'm not sure with PenFed. But I mean, again, you could test it out. No one's saying to lie. With stated income, that could include your household income, your projected income for the year, and so on and so forth. But, this is not financial advice. So just remember that. This is for entertainment purposes. So, proceed with caution and with some wisdom, I should say. But anyway, so again, with PenFed, you can get up to $25,000 in a personal line of credit. Now, I would say another pro is that with, which makes, I like using this now, which makes it a Navy Federal killer, is that PenFed, you don't actually have to be part of the military or have family in the military to join. With Navy Federal, you either are in the military or have family in the military. So that's another important data point, which, opens it up to everybody. There is no restrictions on location. You can open a PenFed account anywhere in the country. Now, with PenFed, and a lot of these banks, they are relationship based. So if you don't have a PenFed account yet, what I would say is open an account, wait a couple of months, use them, make a deposit, apply for a credit card or something, and, build a relationship with them before you go in and ask for things like loans and credit lines and things of that sort. And you already have a built-in relationship that increases your chances of getting approved for higher limits. Okay. And with PenFed, again, they have a lot of different products. They have auto loans up to $100,000, I believe. Don't quote me, double check. You have home equity lines of credits. You have mortgages. You can refinance cars. It's so many different products that you can get with PenFed. So again, this is one of the top of the line credit unions you can join. So to sum it all up, what you need to do is, one, register for a PenFed checking and savings account. Apply for a credit card while you at it. That's building relationship. Make sure your credit is on point. So the higher your credit score is, the better for you. Although you can get it with a lower score, so be it. But of course, if it's lower, I would say you're not going to get the best terms because their APRs are as low as 5.99%, I believe, on the personal lines of credit. So that's that. Make sure you have that relationship, as we spoke about, relationship building. Let's say at least a 620 credit score. I would say more. If you need help on your credit, get in contact with me. We could take care of that for you too. What else? It is stated income. So, state your income. It's 25,000 line of credit. You want to try to max out and get that 25,000. So state your income accordingly. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. So those are really your data points. It's not much to it. This is just to bring the information to let you know what's available out there. Once you have decent credit, you can do a lot in this country. You can have access to a lot of funds. With things like this, you have $25,000 at your disposal to do anything, whether it's to put into your business, home improvements, buy a car, whatever the case may be. It is your money to do as you please. And also one more tip, you can actually double dip, meaning when you wait, I would say 3 to 4 months after opening your PenFed account, you can apply for the personal line of credit and you can apply for a personal loan. Okay. Now, with the personal loan, that's a soft pull. So you're not actually getting impacted with or your credit score isn't actually being impacted. And there's also a pre-qualification application. I would suggest you fill that out first before you move forward with that personal. So if you're going to do it, do them basically at the same time. That's called double dipping, so you don't incur more than one inquiry. Again, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, thank you again. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notification. And I'm going to keep bringing you more gems and more gems and more gems. Next time, we're going to talk about how you can get up to 4 car loans with Bank of America business accounts. Now, stay tuned. Once again, thanks for watching, and you guys have a blessed day.
Yeah. It's great they on payday, nigga.
Let's go get it.
What my motherfucking dog say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Most shit can't be televised. In life, you gotta compromise. Been jumping like I'm teleport. In the coupe, yeah, that shit be sport. Back then, I jumped off the porch. With a 2-3, that's my baby toy. Drug dealers with the fenced door. Hit of the trap at that corner store. Yeah, we dodging the police. Yeah, it could get all dirty up in these streets.